The 2011 Saints were known for their talent, but tenacity was also an important part of their identity. Both of these qualities fueled the team throughout the season and were immediately apparent in the NFL kickoff game.
Hey, fellas, all that we have invested, we're laying all on the line tonight for us, together, for each other, all right? The journey starts tonight.
The journey got off to a rocky start. The Saints trailed 14-0 before they began to unleash their trademark brand of fast-paced football.
Play action, rolling to his right. Brees wants it all, throwing downfield. Meacham has the ball and has the touchdown. Darren Sproles retreats to the 29, runs to his left, and he's got a hole. He's up to the 45 midfield, to the 40. Only the punter to beat. He'll outrun him down the far sideline. 10, 5, touchdown, Darren Sproles. Saints trailing 35-20. Brees pumping, throwing downfield. He's got a receiver, Henderson, and it'll be a touchdown.
A Drew Brees touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham with 2:15 left to play brought the Saints to within a touchdown and a two-point conversion of tying the game. With just over a minute remaining, the Saints marched 80 yards to the Green Bay 1 after a Packers penalty gave New Orleans an untimed play.
An untimed play here with no time left on the clock. The Saints will get one chance at the 1-yard line where they place the football.
Although a short yardage run was stopped, the Saints demonstrated that they could never be counted out in any game. This was a team that possessed the perseverance to fight to the finish. The Saints inaugurated their home schedule by notching a victory over the Chicago Bears.
Here's Brees stepping up, delivering long, looking downfield. Get it there, in stride. 20, down to the 15, slips a tackle. 5, touchdown, Devery Henderson.
The defense recorded 6 sacks.
Tremendous effort by the Saints defense today as they made it a very, very long day for Jay Cutler and the Chicago Bear offense.
We'll take those all day. Good job.
Against Houston, the Saints trailed 10-0 before their offense got into a groove. Darren Sproles accounted for the Saints' first score with a 30-yard run.
It's a touchdown! Slippery little super smurf. Darren Sproles takes it in from 30 yards out.
Early in the fourth quarter, the Saints trailed 26-17. But a 9-point deficit was the kind of obstacle that the Saints were built to overcome.
Here come the Texans on a blitz and a throw over the middle, and it's going to be Jimmy Graham. Jumps over a tackler, all the way down inside the 5. He will fight his way to the 3-yard line.
Graham was geared to finish strong, and so were the Saints.
Here's Brees looking for Graham downfield, makes the catch in stride, touchdown.
This is our house. You ain't gonna do nothing in our house, baby. This is our house, baby.
Facing the prolific Houston offense was a test for the Saints defense, but Jabari Greer met the challenge with an interception that stopped a drive at midfield. Greer's pick set up a Brees scoring pass to Lance Moore.
Brees looks, steps up, throws, and it's caught by Lance Moore. Touchdown!
The defense fell victim to one of the strangest touchdown plays of the 2011 NFL season.
Texans have a 1-point lead, 33-32 with 4:13 to play.
Brees responded by moving his team down to the Texans' 13-yard line with less than 3 minutes to play.
Mark Ingram gets the call. Mark Ingram on his feet. Mark Ingram inside the 5. Mark Ingram scores! What a game it has been. And the Saints again battling back from behind.
The Saints held a 4-2 record when they hosted the Colts on a nationally televised game. The home team scored 21 first-quarter points.
Here's Brees throwing into the end zone, leaping grab, and it is made by Marcus Colston. Play action, rolling right, Brees pulls it down, throws it low, Jimmy Graham to the goal line, slides over for the touchdown.
The defense also got on the board as the Saints regained sole possession of the NFC South lead.
Painter, play action. Under pressure, hit by Charleston, and this will be an interception by Torrance. Lee Torrance inside the 30, 25-20. Still on his feet, 15-10. Nobody wants to tackle him until he's in the end zone for the score. 42 yards on the interception return.
An impressive display of firepower resulted in a single-game franchise record for points scored. In 2011, the Saints went undefeated at home, and in Week 9, they avenged a Week 6 loss to the Buccaneers.
Here's Brees throwing the fade for Lance Moore, and Lance Moore has taken it in for the score. Brees sets up a screen, right side, Sproles, got a lot of running room. This is trouble. He'll go in untouched, down the sideline, just waltzing into the end zone on the end of a 21-yard touchdown strike.
An offensive line driven by Pro Bowl performers Jamon Bushrod and Jari Evans, number 73, allowed an NFC low 24 sacks and powered the conference's 4th best rushing attack. Against the Bucs, the ground game accounted for nearly 200 yards.
Double left, F positional. 22 mile high, F shallow cross, screen right to H.
Let's go. Finish. Let's finish.
Handoff, Pierre Thomas. Pierre Thomas battles his way through the line of scrimmage and in.
This is just the start of November. I'm proud of everyone in this room, man. That's a huge win in the division, and it took everything we had to win that game. Wednesday, we're back in. We get ready for the Falcons. Let's get ready to go to work.
Today we take control of this division. Right here on the road, baby. Hey, everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a role. You fulfill your job, fulfill your role. That's what makes the team, baby.
This was another hard-fought game in a heated rivalry. Drew Brees fired a pair of touchdown passes.
Wide open, Jimmy Graham. No one near him. Leaping reception is made for the score. Robert Micheal on a 33-yard touchdown strike.
At the end of 4 quarters, the score was tied at 23. In overtime, an exhausted but spirited defense had to shut down a 4th down gamble on Atlanta's side of the field.
4th and inches. I wouldn't think that you'd go for it here at your own 30-yard line. I mean, you don't make it here, and you pretty much conceded the game. Ryan still up under center. They give it to Turner. Turner does not get it. Does not get it. Malcolm Jenkins and a host of other Saints come up and stone Micheal Turner at the line of scrimmage. It goes over to the Saints at the 29-yard line. John Casey looking to be the overtime hero from 26 yards out. Casey's kick is up, and it is good, and the Saints have won. One of the greatest games of this tremendous rivalry.
That was just what we needed now. And there wasn't any exact formula for it. It was just that we weren't going to quit. All right? And that was pretty special.
On Monday night, the 7-3 Saints came off their bye week to completely dismantle the Giants. Drew Brees threw 4 scoring strikes. He would finish the season with an NFL-best 46 touchdown passes, while completing a league record 71.2% of his throws. The Saints were Pro Football's most productive offense in 2011, as they racked up an NFL record 7,474 net yards. They tallied 577 yards on their way to a dominating win against the eventual Super Bowl champions. 2 weeks later, the Saints found themselves in another fight to the finish. With the Saints trailing 10-9 after 3 quarters, Drew Brees and Marcus Colston teamed up for a pair of touchdowns.
Brees now throws deep down the middle, and it's caught by Colston. Leaping grab, touchdown! Brees under pressure, he steps up, climbs the pocket, throws downfield, in stride, Marcus Colston, touchdown!
New Orleans held a 5-point lead that looked precarious when the Titans drove to the Saints' 5-yard line.
Seconds remain. 3rd and goal from the 5. Here's Locker looking to his left. Now looking over the middle. Avoids the sack by Gillette. Rolls to his right. And he's going to be taken down by Dunbar on the final play of the game. Jolon Dunbar with the sack. This defense had its backs to the proverbial wall, but came through with the sack on the final play of this game. It's always special when it's Monday night, and the Saints this season have always risen to the occasion when they are a primetime attraction. Drew Brees, of course, with 305 yards tonight. That's the magic number to pass Dan Marino. Here's Brees, stepping up in the pocket, throwing on the run, back of the end zone, leaping grab, Graham for the touchdown. Brees rolls to his right, throws deep into the end zone, sliding grab, touchdown, Robert Meacham.
Although the stage belonged to Brees, the defense briefly stole the spotlight.
Ryan throws, catch made, Julio Jones. Jones loses the football, it's on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Saints. Running down the far sideline is Malcolm Jenkins, and he will score.
With everything clicking, the Saints locked up the NFC South title for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. 2:51 remained in the game when Brees made history.
And there it is, a 9-yard strike right over the middle to Darren Sproles. Move over, Marino. There's a Brees coming through the door. Drew Brees has just broken Dan Marino's single-season passing yardage record that was set way back in 1984.
I'll try not to get emotional because I have a habit of doing that, especially when I'm around you guys, because I love y'all so much. And I say that with all sincerity and as genuine as I can, because I truly feel that way. That there may be only one name that goes in the record book, but it's all about you guys.
On the final week of the regular season, more records fell.
Here we go, Drew. Let's go, man. Sharp, quick.
One play at a time, fellas. Tempo and rhythm. Here we go. Ready. Blue 20. Blue 20 shot.
Here's Brees looking. Gonna throw. Back in the end zone. Leaping grab. Touchdown, Marcus Colston.
Double waiting. kill, 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 kill. Mike 5-5, ready. You ready? My shot.
Chris Ivory gets the call, and Ivory's free inside the 25. He's to the 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Chris Ivory.
Coach, back. I want a shot to the end zone here.
I was thinking that. All right.
Here's Brees, double pump. Throw downfield, wide open is Colston. Leaping grab. Touchdown, a blown coverage.
Got it, baby. Great job, Marcus. Great job.
That's a great play now. That's a great play. Good job.
Jimmy Graham set a franchise single-season record for yardage by a tight end.
Mike 50, ready. You ready? My shot.
There's a throw into the end zone. Graham touchdown. Beautifully thrown ball.
Darren Sproles entered the NFL record book as he totaled the most all-purpose yards in a season.
Record-breaking Saints, baby. I'm telling you, man. We notched a few more today, didn't we?
That's a significant win. And you go a long time in this league, you don't win 13 games. We just did it. 13-3, that's a heck of a record. That's a great record.
We talk about how this is just a step on the road. Forget that, man. All we got is tonight, man. Ain't no tomorrow. They locked in with us for 60 minutes or however long it takes. And y'all know what we do when we get together. What you say? We about that life. They want to do what we do. We about that life. We do this day in and day out together.
In the first quarter, the Lions disrupted the Saints' timing and kept New Orleans off the scoreboard.
You know, we hit those square outs, they jumped them, and then all of a sudden they're guessing right on a couple plays. I mean, obviously, hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, we're doing good.
Eventually, the offense started to click.
Handing it off inside, and this is going to be Sproles scoring. With second effort, he is into the end zone on a 2-yard run to Pater.
A Drew Brees touchdown pass to Devery Henderson put the Saints ahead to stay.
Play action Brees. Lots of time once more, and he's going to throw it downfield for Henderson. He's got it in stride. Touchdown! Devery Henderson. First and goal from the 3. Quick throw right sideline. Jimmy Graham stretches it over the goal line. Touchdown.
The Saints outscored the Lions 35-14 in the second half. Jabari Greer had a pair of interceptions in the fourth quarter. Pierre Thomas's tough tackle-breaking runs embodied the determination his team showed against Detroit and showed throughout the season.
Sproles down to the 10. Sproles is going to score! This one is over. And the Saints, with a second-half explosion, have beaten the Lions by a score of 45-28. Go west, young man. The 49ers await your arrival in the second round.
The Saints had a gleam in their eye as a chance to play for another NFC Championship was within their sights. But they suffered 4 turnovers in the first half. In the early going, Brees and company were frustrated by one of the NFL's best defenses. In the second quarter, the offense got back into the game.
Brees drops, looks, throws into the end zone. Wow. Catch made by Graham.
Sense of urgency, however you can get through there, get to your landmark, work the throw, and then number 2, be ready to bend it hard, okay? Body shot.
And it will be 3rd and 3 for the Saints, who desperately needed a touchdown here to salvage the second quarter after a debacle of the first quarter.
With Marcus Colston's 25-yard touchdown reception, the Saints had recovered from a shaky start. The final 7 minutes and 36 seconds were packed with enough drama and excitement to qualify this game as one of the most thrilling postseason contests in NFL history. The Saints trailed by 6 points when Brees engineered a 79-yard scoring drive.
Sproles is going to score. Sproles, he has done it again. Sproles rolls into the end zone on a 44-yard touchdown strike. With 4:02 remaining, the Saints have taken a 24-23 lead.
After the 49ers regained the lead, Jimmy Graham made the biggest play of his breakout season.
And the Saints have overcome 5 turnovers and have taken the lead 32-29.
Come on now, Bill.
On their home turf, the 49ers emerged victorious in this fight to the finish.
Throws the ball over the middle. The catch is made at the goal line. Touchdown. That's a 14-yard touchdown strike. 9 seconds remaining in this Saints season as they now trail the 49ers.
Like all of the NFL's elite teams, the Saints measure success by how far they advance in the postseason. But by every other standard, the 2011 campaign was one of the best in franchise history. The Saints won 13 regular season games for the second time in the past 3 years and made the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. The Saints scored 40 points or more in 7 out of 18 games and were known primarily for their dynamic offense. But the 2011 New Orleans Saints should also be remembered as one of the NFL's most resilient squads. When this determined team encountered adversity, they could always be counted on to fight to the finish.